Welcome to our channel. Before we get started, please consider liking and subscribing so we can bring more stories like this to you.
In a quiet suburban neighborhood, the sun filters through the trees, casting dappled shadows on the ground as a devoted mother, Sarah, prepares breakfast for her 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Their mornings are filled with laughter and little rituals. Lily's playful giggles as she chases the family dog and Sarah's warm smile as she lovingly ties her daughter's hair into pigtails. Their bond is palpable, grounded in shared dreams and whispered secrets. On weekends, they explore local parks and indulge in ice cream at their favorite shop, crafting memories that glitter like the sprinkles on their cones. As Sarah watches Lily play, her heart swells with pride. She knows each moment is a treasure, but beneath this idyllic surface lies an undercurrent of vulnerability. Being a single mother poses challenges that weigh heavily on Sarah. Yet, her fierce love for Lily propels her forward, creating an unbreakable connection that will soon be tested in unimaginable ways. One crisp afternoon, as the sun dipped low in the sky, Sarah took Lily to their nearby park for a picnic. Laughter echoed as they shared sandwiches and cookies, but as the warm rays began to fade, Sarah noticed that Lily had wandered off to explore. She called out, her voice cheerful at first but quickly turning anxious when there was no response. With every passing second, panic gnawed at Sarah's insides. She dashed through the playground, eyes darting from child to child, her heart pounding like a drum in her chest. Moments stretched into eternity. Lily's absence felt like a heavy shroud enveloping her. Frantically, she approached other parents, fear creeping into her thoughts as she asked if anyone had seen her daughter. Confusion turned to despair when the realization hit. Lily was gone without a trace. The world around her faded, leaving only the suffocating weight of uncertainty. She would do anything to find her little girl. In the aftermath of Lily's disappearance, Sarah's frantic search leads her to a small playground area where she spots a glint of something shiny in the grass. Kneeling down, she uncovers a delicate silver bracelet, one that Lily had worn just moments before she vanished. Clutching it tightly, Sarah feels a surge of dread. This was not merely an accident. As she examines the bracelet, she notices a tiny engraved charm depicting an owl, which immediately sparks memories of an old children's story they loved reading together. It dawns on Sarah that this clue may have deeper significance, hinting at someone who knows her daughter's routine. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah finds herself drawn to the park's entrance, where she discovers a discarded piece of paper fluttering in the wind. Scrawled in hasty handwriting are cryptic phrases and symbols, directions or perhaps warnings, that seem to lead toward an underground network operating in their otherwise peaceful town. Desperation mounting, she realizes these clues point to a larger conspiracy that could threaten more than just her family. As Sarah's desperation grows, news of Lily's disappearance reaches Jason Statham, a seasoned investigator known for his relentless pursuit of justice. With a background in covert operations, he has dedicated his life to protecting the innocent, driven by a personal loss that still haunts him. A sister who vanished without a trace years ago. Jason, a man of few words but immense determination, feels an instant connection to Sarah's plight. His intuition tells him that this case is more than just a simple kidnapping. There are layers of deception at play. Armed with his keen analytical skills and experience navigating grim underworlds, he decides to leap into action. Arriving at the park, he assesses the situation with a practiced eye. He analyzes the cryptic clues left behind, piecing together patterns that most would overlook. More than just a mission, he sees this as an opportunity for redemption, knowing that every second counts in bringing Lily home safely to her mother. As Jason dives into the investigation, he meticulously examines the cryptic clues Sarah discovered. He starts at the park, interviewing witnesses, parents, and children, whose recollections are patchy and often reluctant. Sifting through their stories, he notices a common theme: an unfamiliar van that had been parked suspiciously nearby on the day of Lily's disappearance. Turning to his network of contacts, Jason reaches out to informants who have ties to local underworld figures, knowing they often hold the key to hidden truths. That he navigates the murky waters of corruption with shrewd persistence, leaving no stone unturned. While some refuse to talk out of fear or loyalty, others reluctantly provide leads. hinting at a possible child trafficking ring operating in the shadows of their seemingly quiet town. Jason realizes that time is running out as he connects these threads together, piecing a dangerous puzzle that points toward a larger operation. A race against time to save Lily before it's too late. As Jason delves deeper into the investigation, he quickly realizes the dangers lurking in the shadows. After following a lead to a seedy bar known to cater to unsavory characters, he confronts a man who has information about the trafficking ring. However, the man is hostile and threatens Jason, warning him to back off before things get ugly. Undeterred, Jason presses on, but soon finds himself being tailed by ominous figures who want him to stop digging. Each step forward feels heavier as he faces mounting intimidation tactics. Phone calls filled with threats and glimpses of black SUVs parked near his apartment at night. Compounding his challenges is a growing distrust from law enforcement. Some officers view his investigation as an overreach, questioning his methods and motives. This skepticism only fuels Jason's resolve, pushing him to operate independently. With each obstacle, the urgency escalates. Time is running out to save Lily, and he must tread carefully through a web of corruption that could cost him everything. As Jason digs deeper into the investigation, he begins to connect the dots, uncovering a complex network of crime that thrives on silence and fear. Through his informants, he learns that the seemingly isolated incidents of child disappearances are interconnected, revealing a larger operation run by well-established figures in the community. He discovers that the trafficking ring is not only localized but branches out to various cities, indicating that Lily's abduction might be part of a larger scheme to sell children as commodities. Each clue leads him to a new layer of deceit. Documents obtained from an insider expose the involvement of corrupt officials who have turned a blind eye in exchange for financial gain. Determined to expose the truth, Jason realizes he must tread carefully as he navigates this dangerous web of deceit, with mounting evidence at his fingertips. He devises a plan to dismantle the organization from within, knowing that doing so could be the key to not just saving Lily, but also stopping more innocent lives from being destroyed as the hours turn into days. Sarah's anxiety morphs into a shadow that looms over her every thought. Each moment without Lily stretches endlessly, causing her heart to ache with an unbearable weight of worry. She spends sleepless nights staring at the ceiling, haunted by memories of her daughter's laughter, and the emptiness in their home becomes a constant reminder of what she has lost. Desperation knits itself into her daily routine. She clings to hope, holding on to the smallest signs that Daniel might still be alive in public places. She scans every child's face, yearning to see Lily's familiar smile, yet doubts creep in, whispering cruelly that time is slipping away and she may never hold her daughter again. Despite this torment, Sarah resolves to be strong for Lily. With fierce determination, she reaches out for community support, attending vigils and sharing her story, unwilling to let the world forget her beloved child. This duality of despair and hope becomes her driving force, compelling her to persist in the face of overwhelming odds. In a crucial twist, Jason receives an anonymous tip that directs him to a rundown warehouse on the outskirts of town, rumored to be a hub for the trafficking ring. As he approaches the building, adrenaline surges through him. This could be the breakthrough he desperately needs. Inside, he discovers a series of hidden rooms filled with stolen goods and unsettling photographs of missing children plastered across the walls. While examining the area, Jason stumbles upon a locked cabinet. With little time to spare, he manages to pick the lock and uncovers documents that provide names and connections to key players in the abduction conspiracy. Among them is a familiar name, one associated with Lily's case. This revelation reignites hope not only for Jason but also for Sarah, who has been anxiously awaiting any sign of her daughter. With newfound clarity and critical information at his disposal, Jason knows he's now closer than ever to unraveling the mystery and rescuing Lily from the clutches of darkness. With the intel he's gathered, Jason prepares for the climactic showdown. Knowing that time is of the essence, he tracks the kidnappers to an abandoned factory on the outskirts of town, a place where dark deals and nefarious acts have long been hidden from the light. Stealthily approaching, he assesses the layout and positions himself strategically. As he breaches the entrance, Jason's heart races. Tension hangs thick in the air. Unexpectedly, he finds himself face to face with several armed guards who are alert and ready. Utilizing his combat training, Jason engages in a fierce battle, showcasing his agility and tactical prowess as he outmaneuvers his opponents with calculated precision. Just when he seems outmatched, he remembers Lily's face, her laughter echoing in his mind. Reinvigorating his strength with renewed determination, he pushes forward, taking down each threat in his path until finally confronting the ringleader of the operation. In this high-stakes moment, every second counts as Jason fights not just for his own redemption but for Lily's future. After a fierce confrontation, Jason bursts into the dimly lit room where Lily is held captive. The sight of her, frightened but unharmed, ignites a surge of relief within him. "Lily!" he calls out, his voice echoing in the stillness as he rushes to her side. She looks up, her wide eyes filled with a mix of fear and hope, tears streaming down her cheeks. Lily instinctively runs into Jason's embrace, burying her face in his shoulder. "I was so scared," she whispers, her voice trembling. Jason holds her tightly, feeling an overwhelming sense of protectiveness wash over him. "You're safe now," he reassures her, his heart swelling with joy. Minutes later, they step outside into the dawn's light, where Sarah awaits at the base of the factory. Spotting them, her heart races as she races forward. When mother and daughter are finally reunited, the world seems to fade away. All that exists is their warm embrace, filled with unspoken love and gratitude for a second chance together and the aftermath of the rescue. Sarah feels an overwhelming wave of gratitude wash over her as she clutches her daughter tightly, savoring each moment of their reunion. The trauma of the past days begins to fade as they reconnect, but the scars remain, a reminder of what they've endured. Together, they slowly rebuild their lives, leaning on the support of their community and each other to heal. For Jason, the victory is bittersweet. While he finds solace in having saved Lily, he knows that the fight for justice is far from over. Determined to dismantle the trafficking ring and expose those responsible, he channels his energy into advocating for child safety in their town as Sarah watches Jason work tirelessly to bring others to justice. A bond forms between them, one rooted in shared pain and hope. They understand that while darkness may persist, together they can illuminate the path forward for children everywhere, ensuring that no one else has to endure such heartbreak.